Hello friends, I am Dr. Pranav Koche. I am Assistant Professor at Department of English in Nutan Vidya Prasarak Mandals, Arts, Commerce and Science College, Lasalga. Today we are going to see some multiple choice questions, that is MCQ, from your paper FIBA Optional English. And today's video is part 1 of these MCQs, as we will see some questions based on prose and poetry sections in your textbook. Friends, I am not going to read only the questions, but we will also discuss the questions as well as answers at some length. So, let's begin. Question 1. Who is the writer of A Lesson My Father Taught Me? You know friends that this is the first lesson in your textbook. Options are Jawaharlal Nehru, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam and Mahatma Gandhi. And you know that correct answer is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who was the 11th President of India and who was also lovingly called People's President. Question 2 is from the same lesson. What did Dr. Kalam learn from his father? Options are to work happily, to work dishonestly, or to work with integrity. And the correct answer is he learned from his father C, to work with integrity. Kalam's father was elected as, the options are President of the Panchayat Board, President of India and Chief Minister. But as we know that his father was selected as the President of the Panchayat Board. Next question is, what are English muffins referred to as in American restaurants? And you might have guessed the lesson's name is Toasted English. So, out of these three options, A is pastries, B is cakes, C is toasted English. So, R.K. Narayan says that English muffins are referred to as toasted English in American restaurants. So, they are toasted English, they are muffins, they are like cupcakes we eat here in India. Next question is, what have Americans freed the language from? Three options are there: tyranny of passive voice, punctuation marks and spelling. And the correct answer is, the Americans have freed the language from the tyranny of passive voice. The author says that at most of the public places, Americans use active voice. Question number 6 is, according to R.K. Narayan, which word may safely be labeled as the American national expression? He obviously jokingly says it. Three options are there: A is check, B is make and C is sorry. And R.K. Narayan tells us that check can be safely labeled as the American national expression, because Americans use the word check at so many places that you can use that word even if you don't remember any other word, and it will fit in. Next question is from the short story The Romance of the Busy Broker, and who is the author of The Romance of a Busy Broker? The options are Anton Chekhov, Henry James and O. Henry, and the answer is O. Henry. Next question is on the same story. For how many years the lady has been Maxwell's secretary? The lady's name is, Miss Leslie. And Maxwell says that Miss Leslie has been working very satisfactorily from 1 year in our office? So the answer is 1 year, not 5 years, not 2 years, but Miss Leslie or the secretary has been working there for 1 year. Maxwell has been compared to, the options are a camera, a statue, a machine, and the correct answer is a machine. Because when he starts working, he becomes like a machine. There is a sentence like in the lesson that now he was transformed into a machine. The person at the chair, person sitting in the chair was a machine, something like that. Next question is, who is the writer of the short story The Open Window? Three answers are there: Saki, Oscar Wilde, and O. Henry, and the correct answer is Saki. Saki's real name was Hector U. Munro or H. Munro. The next question is from the same story. What was Mr. Nuttall was suffering from? What was Mr. Nuttall suffering from? Sorry for the construction of the sentence. Headache, bad nerves, or asthma. And we know that he has been suffering or he was suffering from bad nerves. Next question is, what is the name of the lady whom Mr. Nuttall wants to meet? His sister has recommended Mr. Nuttall to meet some lady in the countryside. Options are Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Atwood, or Mrs. Sapleton, and the answer is Mrs. Sapleton. Question number 13 is, what does the poet express sorrow about in Sonnet 29? So the poetry section has started. See friends, these are only sample questions. In the part 2, I will be adding some more questions, but remember, you must read your textbook very thoroughly because your exam will be based on MCQ and the university can ask about any detail in your textbook. So be ready about that. So, what does the poet express sorrow about in Sonnet 29? We know the poet is the Bard of Avon, William Shakespeare. Does he express his love? Does he express sorrow about his love or his misfortunes or his wealth? The answer is he expresses sorrow about his misfortune. Next question is, identify the figure of speech in this line. Like to the lark at the break of day arising. This line is from the same poem. There are three options: simile, metaphor, and hyperbole. But here the word like indicates that the line is simile. So the poet compares his state of mind to that of the lark. Question number 15 is, what is the theme of Sonnet 29? Is it friendship? Is it death? Or is it celebration of love? So the correct answer is C, celebration of love. The poem The World is Too Much With Us lays stress on, three options are there: going back home, going back to nature, and going back to villages. Second option, option B, is correct. It lays the theme of this poem, The World is Too Much With Us, is going back to nature. What does Wordsworth praise in the poem The World is Too Much With Us? Does he praise man's greed? No. Does he praise city life in the poem? Not at all. But the correct answer is option C, that is primitive religion of nature worship. He wants to be a pagan again. He wants to be a pagan, to be in the company of nature. Next question from the same poem. Where will Proteus rise from in the world is too much with us. We know that Proteus is a Greek god. So he rises from the sea. He does not rise from the hell. He does not rise from the lake. But he says that Proteus will rise from the sea because he is the sea god, one of the sea gods. Next question is, identify the figure of speech on the forest's ferny flower. On the forest's ferny flower. Is it simile or alliteration or paradox? It is obviously an alliteration because the consonant sound fur has been repeated here. See friends, such questions on poetry will also be asked. So be ready with all the figures of speech in those poems. Okay. I'm sorry. Question number 20 is, according to the poet, who heard the traveler's words in the poem The Listeners? The Listener is a supernatural poem by Walter de la Mare, and three options are there. A host of phantom listeners heard his calls or his words, his friends or the villagers. The correct answer is a host of phantom listeners. They heard that from the poet, okay, or from the traveler. Now let's see the last 5 questions. So question 21 is, what does the traveler tells at last in the listeners? Does he tell thank you for the welcome? No. Does he say I will come again? No. But he tells that tell them I came. Tell them I came and I kept my word. The full line is tell them I came and I kept my word. Okay, so the correct option to this question is tell them I came. Option C. Next question. Where shall we all lie according to the poet in No Men Are Foreign? The poem is written by James Kirkup. Beautiful poem. 3 options are here. We will lie in earth, we will lie in fire, or we will lie in water. And the correct answer is we will lie in earth. Next question from the same poem. What do we read in the lines of other people's hands? Love. B. A labor not different from ours. C. Sorrow. And we read in other people's hands a labor not different from ours. Therefore, all the human beings are same, according to the poet. Next question. According to the poet, how can be strength won in the poem No Men Are Foreign? Can strength be won by hatred? No. Can it be won by weapons? According to the poet, no. But according to the poet, strength can be won only by love. Last question of this session. How are people from other countries feed on, according to the poem No Men Are Foreign? Peaceful harvest, war, or money? The answer is people from other countries are also fed on peaceful harvest, right? They do not want the war's long winter, but they want peaceful harvest. So when there is peace, they are fed on that peace. Okay, so I hope friends you like these questions and their answers and the discussion as well. Again, let me please remind you that these are only a few sample questions. You need to read and study the textbook thoroughly. Don't depend on only these questions, but these questions will help you to practice. Okay, these are only practice questions. Read these questions. Some of them might come in the exam, might not come in the exam. I have only guessed few of the important questions and given you here. In the next video, we will discuss the MCQs of language studies and other MCQs from poetry as well as short story and prose part obviously. So thank you. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed and share this video with all your friends. Tell your friends to get help from this video, and if you have any doubt, please contact me. Thank you. Thank you once again.